What's going on, guys? It's F4 here, and today I am back with another Carolina Panthers video. And man, oh man, the Carolina Panthers actually making some moves in this offseason has got me to that optimism again, so I can crush my heart when the season starts and we start out great and then we collapse, or we stink again and we play like trash like we did last year. Last year, we were all hyped up when we got Hayden Hurst, when we got Adam Thielen, when we got DJ Chark, or Miles Sanders, Scott Fitterer, the GOAT with the laser eyes. And hopefully this year we won't do the laser eyes crap with Dan Morgan. Dan Morgan, everybody was so mad because we didn't pay Brian Burns $90 million, which is just insane for a guy who only had like 33 tackles. Yes, he's one of our best defensive edge rushers, but we're not going to pay that dude $90 million when he only made 33 tackles and he wasn't the leading tackler on the team. So, therefore, the Carolina Panthers traded Brian Burns to the New York Giants for like 2 draft picks in the second round. Wish we could have got more. We should have got more when Scott Fitterer had the chance to trade up for a first-round draft picks of 2 years in a row. But, you know, we're an idiot, and the Panthers are in a dumpster fire. But potentially after the signings this year, the Carolina Panthers might actually very much improve. All lies on Bryce Young because we just need a win. I'm sick and tired of losing. It's like 7 years in a row that we've had trash teams, and we're becoming a dumpster fire. The new Browns, the new Lions. But hopefully Dan Morgan and Dave Canales can save this franchise from being in turmoil because of David Tepper and his stupidity over the years. All right, so what I'm talking about is the draft picks that I like from the Carolina Panthers. We're going to go for an overview of what the Carolina Panthers have done so far in the signings and the trades, and this is from catscratcherheader.com. You guys can go follow them. I'll put the link in the description below. So the signings so far, huge signings in my opinion. I'll show you guys the PFF grades and all this other stuff too on my top 5 players signings so far. As you guys can see, guard Robert Hunt from Miami Dolphins, 5 years, $100 million. I didn't know we even had that much money to begin with. Then guard Damian Lewis, 4 years, $53 million. He's from the, where is he from? Shoot, the Ravens, I think he was from the Ravens or something like that. I can't remember. But he is supposed to be a decent guard. He's big. He's 6'5", and then Robert Hunt is supposed to be really, really good. He is 6'6", so that's good for the interior or the interior line for the offense. And of course, linebacker Josie Jewell, 3 years, $22.75 million contract. Defensive tackle Sean Robinson, $22.5 million for 3 years. Cornerback Dane Jackson. Wish we didn't have another Jackson, but you know it is what it is. 2 years, $14.5 million contract. Safety Jordan Fuller, 1 year, $5.25 million contract. And of course, re-signings, we have cornerback Troy Hill with a 1-year deal, not too bad. And of course, Amir Smith-Marset, he's like a punt return or kickoff returner. He's pretty good for us as well. In the trades, restructuring, they restructured Shaq Thompson, so cleared up $3 million in cap space, which is not bad. And of course, Brian Burns to the New York Giants for 2 draft picks. I like how they said minimal draft compensation, as if they were pissed off at Brian Burns or the Panthers for not paying Brian Burns, whatever. And then this trade was actually a really, really good trade. Dante Jackson, Pittsburgh to Pittsburgh for Deontay Johnson, who's actually pretty good, even though they've made some jokes about how he dropped a lot of passes, but then the quarterback is Kenny Pickett, so he's trash too. But not Deontay Johnson. He's actually not bad. And the releases, sadly, Bradley Bozeman, I really liked him. Von Bell didn't really do much. Hayden Hurst dealt with a lot of injuries, which sucks for him. And then departures, I was really sad for Frankie Louvu to go to the Commanders. And Gross Matos, not really. Reese, not really. And of course, as you guys know, Jeremy Chin signed with the Commanders as well. So that sucks as well. So losing Frankie Louvu kind of did hurt in the meantime. But for now, let's go through the top 5 players that I think that I like, or 1, 2, 3, 4 players that I think will do really, really well, which is Robert Hunt, who we paid for 5 years, $100 million. He had overall allowed 1 sack, which is tied for 62nd, which is crazy. He played over 547 snaps, only had 2 penalties, which is pretty good, and his overall grade was a 77.1, and I think he got drafted in 2020, so his 4-year contract was up, and this was a huge signing. I mean, he's really good from the Miami Dolphins. I mean, 77 for a guard. That's pretty epic in my opinion. So that's and I wish I could buy. I might look into PFF and look at all the percentages and all the other stuff as well. So that was pretty big move from Dan Morgan. Next one I like too is Josie Jewell from a linebacker perspective. I used to play linebacker in high school. It wasn't that very good, but Josie Jewell is a really good run-stopping type linebacker. I don't know about coverage that much. So this 2023 season stats, he had 67 tackles, not too bad at all. Assisted 33, 0 interceptions, forced 2 fumbles, so not bad at all either. And the overall grade was a 67.2, so that's pretty much average, but still it's in the green. So apparently that's still pretty good in my opinion. So yeah, had 3. Wait, why does it say? Oh yeah, he had 3 sacks too, which is not bad for a linebacker too. Not great, but still not bad. Have 3 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, not any interceptions. So he's probably like a run stop type of defensive player for a linebacker. All right, next one is Deontay Johnson, which everybody was kind of shocked because he apparently is a separator, so he separates when he plays routes and everything like that. So that's huge for Bryce Young. Targets, 86 targets, which is 44th. Receptions, 51, tied for 48th. Receiving yards, not too bad at all. 717, 44th in the league. And 5 touchdowns, not too bad either. Because considering you have Kenny Pickett, Mason Rudolph, and Mr. Trubisky, who are all mid and terrible quarterbacks. Sorry, Mr. Trubisky, but he kind of fell off after the Bears. Which kind of sucked for him because I like Mr. Trubisky and or Mitchell Trubisky. I like because he's a UNC guy, so I always support UNC guys in the NFL. All right, 2023 overall grade 77.7, pretty freaking good in my opinion. That's really really good. So that's 2 good signings or a signing and a trade from Dan Morgan. And lastly, we have Jordan Fuller, who apparently the fans kind of like, who's a defensive back. He had 72 tackles, pretty good. 3 interceptions, really good. 45 targets and receptions allowed, 25, which is tied for 27th in the league. So that's pretty impressive for his stats last year. And overall grade was 66.7, not too bad at all. And so he had 3 interceptions, which is key. Not many guys usually have a lot of interceptions in the NFL. But, I mean, Dante Jackson did pretty well, but he kept getting injured, so it was kind of annoying last year and the past 3 years. But anyways, those are the guys that I enjoy, or not, I don't know why I said enjoy, but I like as the signings and trades. And Dan Morgan has actually done a really good job so far after everybody was upset that they traded Brian Burns, which I really wasn't upset because paying $90 million for a guy who had 33 tackles, yes, he's probably one of our best players, but that's just too much money for that type of value. And he's only valued a 3rd-round pick, but we got 2 picks in the 2nd round. So, but anyways, who knows what the Carolina Panthers will do? They potentially might get Chase Young. They might get Mike Williams, or they might get Michael Gallup. So that's going to be crazy if they get any of these players too, which I again, my false hope, my false optimism will get me once again if we get all these players, and we'll just fumble the bag this upcoming season. All right, guys, set forward to here. Comment down below what you guys think about what these signings mean to you, or do you like these signings, or do you hate these signings, or are you still pissed off that they traded Brian Burns because it's another great player, which he had 33 tackles last year. So that's just my opinion. But yeah. All right, guys, set forward here. Keep pounding. More videos on the way. And the season gets closer and closer. And the NFL draft is underway. And so, yeah, see you guys next time. Peace out.